You may know New Hampshire President Franklin Pierce was born here in Hillsborough, New Hampshire, but do you know about his father, General Benjamin Pierce? He also lived here. Of course, he was born, that is, the general was, down in Chelmsford, Massachusetts. Father died when he was only 6 years old. He was brought up by his Uncle Robert. In April of 1775, Benjamin Pierce was 18 years old, plowing a field. And he left the plow in the middle of the field and marched to Lexington to volunteer in the Colonial Army. He fought at Bunker Hill, at Saratoga, at West Point, went in a private, mustered out in 1784 as a company commander. And later he was to head the New Hampshire militia. 1807, he was awarded the title of General of the Brigade. After the war, Benjamin Pierce became a surveyor. During this time, he worked with Colonel Sampson Stoddard, and the two men laid out many of the town boundaries here in southwestern New Hampshire. And it was at this time he discovered Hillsborough, loved it, decided he'd settle here, build a home, start a family. General Pierce represented the town in the General Court in 1803. He was counselor for Hillsborough County in 1809, sheriff of Hillsborough County. But in 1813, he refused to carry out an order from the Supreme Judicial Court, and he lost his job as sheriff. They took it away from him. This was the time of the War of 1812, and most citizens in New Hampshire did not support the war. Daniel Webster himself gave a speech against the war, his most famous speech to that time. General Pierce did not get back his old job as sheriff ever, but he was re-elected counselor 4 or 5 times. In 1827, again in 1829, he was elected governor of the state of New Hampshire. Soon after the second New Hampshire Turnpike was built, General Pierce built this large inn that he operated for the rest of his life. And by the way, the second New Hampshire Turnpike is still here. It goes right by. Married twice, first wife Elizabeth died young, had 1 child by her. Second wife, Anna, was educated, loving, cheerful, and provided guidance and advice that was truly appreciated. In all, he had 9 children, the 7th of which, Franklin, became, as you know, the 14th President of the United States.